Hi and hello all. Let us have a look at iodoform test. So this test is used for detecting ketones with CH3 group at alpha position, alcohols with the CH3 group at alpha position, and aldehydes with the CH3 group at alpha position. Aldehyde with CH3 group at alpha position is simply acetaldehyde. So this is a ketone with CH3 group at alpha position. This is an alcohol with the CH3 group at alpha position. This is the aldehyde with the CH3 group at alpha position. This is basically acetaldehyde, and this one is ketone, and this one is secondary alcohol, or it could be primary alcohol. When it is primary alcohol, this R is simply H. This is ethanol. So ethanol, acetaldehyde, or any secondary alcohol, or any ketone with a CH3 group at alpha position will give you this test. So what is in common with all these reagents? They all have a CH3 group at alpha position, and also they have a C double bond O. In some cases it is OH, which is actually can be converted into a C double bond O by a simple oxidation reaction. So now let us have a look at this reaction. When a compound is treated with sodium hydroxide and iodine, if it gives a pale yellow precipitate, which is iodoform, and a characteristic smell of it, then you can say the compound is a secondary alcohol with CH3 at the alpha position, or a ketone with the CH3 at the alpha position, or it is acetaldehyde, or it is ethanol. Any of these can be possible. The reaction happens because of this group. If it is OH, it will be oxidized into C double bond O. Then only the reaction happens. Let us have a look at the reaction itself. When a suitable compound is treated with NaOH and iodine, it will get converted into corresponding acid, that is this one, and iodoform. This is iodoform CHI3, and this reaction is called iodoform reaction. This is the pale yellow precipitate, iodoform, and it gives the characteristic odor of a hospital, they say. Now let us have a look at the mechanism of this reaction. OH minus is the base, and it will pick up a proton from the alpha carbon atom. So alpha hydrogen will be picked up by this base, as the negative charge is resonance stabilized. Show one hydrogen separately. So OH minus is picking up this proton, and old bond is breaking. Both electron goes to this carbon. That means carbon is getting an extra electron. So carbon will have a negative charge, a formal negative charge. So let us copy the whole thing down and make sense of the curved arrows. So a new bond is forming here. That curved arrow shows, and obviously the minus charge is no longer there. When a new bond is forming to this hydrogen, an old bond will break. That's what shown by this curved arrow. And of course, there is an auto correction which is actually not happening. This is only CH2. As it is a chemistry software, it's just auto correcting it anyway. So actually it is a negative charge. So it's automatically changed to CH2, which is the actual case. So a water got eliminated, and there is a negative charge on this carbon. And obviously this negative charge is resonance stabilized. We can show that resonance structure. So this is the resonance structure, and this of course an enolate. This can interact with the iodine. This can react with the iodine. It's, you can say, a nucleophilic substitution reaction or SN2 reaction. So what happens? The carbon iodine bond forms. How? This comes back and this attacks this particular iodine. Now when that attacks this II bond will break, and it will leave us I minus. Let us copy the whole thing down and try to make sense of the curved arrows. This means it's going to be a new bond here, So the negative charge is no longer there. Let us remove the negative charge on the curved arrow. And when a new bond forms, this bond breaks. Obviously, the two electrons in that one is going to make a bond with this iodine. And it's auto correction CH3, don't mind. Okay, there is a new bond. There is an auto correction again. This H is not there. Let us remove this bond, then it will be okay. Okay, so that removed, and that one left as I minus, not as HI. That's HI was just an auto correction. Okay, so we got a CH2I there. Even now, these hydrogens are acidic. So they can do the same reaction again. That is OH minus picking up this proton, a negative charge forms, and that negative charge attacks the iodine. And this bond breaks. So let's show that. So this means a new bond is forming. That means a water molecule has formed. This bond breaks at the same time. And again, there will be a negative charge on the carbon, not a CH2. That's autocorrection, CH actually. So negative charge on this carbon. So water got eliminated. Let's remove water anyway. And again, a nucleophilic addition or SN2 reaction will happen. Nucleophilic addition to iodine. This I minus will leave. Again, let us copy the whole thing down and try to make sense of the curved arrows. This means the two electrons in this carbon is going to stay in between this carbon and this iodine. Okay, so there are some auto correction, please. There is no H here. There were no CH2. It's fine now. Anyway, let's remove this bond. That will be fine. So this is actually I minus is leaving. Now we have a CHI2 group here. Again, we have another H which is acidic, which is also acidic, and we can remove this H also by the base. And this will be negatively charged. This carbon will be negatively charged. So with the removal of water, that is OH minus picking up a proton, then leaving as water. So this minus charge is here. This is resonance stabilized. This can attack an iodine molecule to form corresponding iodide. I minus leaves. Let's copy the whole thing down and try to make the sense of the curved arrows. This means there is going to be a new bond between this carbon and this iodine. At the same time, the negative charge on this carbon will disappear, and this bond will break, and this will leave us I minus. Okay, HI came because of autocorrection. That's no further iodination is possible on this carbon because all the acidic hydrogen is gone. And now what? So far the OH minus acted as a base. Now this OH minus will act as a nucleophile. Okay, OH minus attacks this carbonyl carbon atom. When an old bond, a new bond is forming, old bond will break, and this will become O negative. Let us write that. When a new bond forms here, an old bond will break. With that, the negative charge on oxygen will disappear. That there will be no formal charge on oxygen, and here there will be a negative charge on this oxygen. Mechanism can be shown like this. This bond is forming again. An old bond has to break. Which one will break? This OH can break, and also this bond can break because the resulting carbanion is relatively stabilized by the iodine atoms. Let us copy the whole thing down and try to make sense of the curved arrows. This curved arrow means a new bond here. An old bond will break. At the same time, this negative charge will disappear on oxygen, and this bond is actually breaking. The H is autocorrection. Actually, it is a negatively charged species, so you have a negative charge here. Okay, so we have a species like that, and we have a carboxylic acid here. This carbanion is obviously highly reactive, and this proton is very acidic. And so as soon as this forms, this H will be picked up by this carbanion. This will become carboxylate ion. Okay. So new bond is forming here. At the same time, this old bond is breaking. This bond is breaking. That's shown here. And that H is obviously autocorrection. This is actually a negative charge. Okay. So we have an iodoform here. Okay. So this is iodoform CHI3, and this is carboxylate ion. This iodoform is precipitated as yellow solid or pale yellow solid, and it has a specific order with which also we can recognize the presence of this compound, and so it's a characteristic reaction. So we can easily detect the formation of iodoform. So if there is an iodoform formation with I2 and NaOH, we can say the molecule could be a ketone with the alpha CH3 group, or an alcohol with the alpha CH3 group, or acetaldehyde. Now what about alcohols like ethanol or a secondary alcohol? So this is ethanol. NaOH and iodine could react and form sodium iodate. So this sodium iodate can oxidize alcohol into corresponding aldehyde. So when there is NaIO3, this ethanol will be oxidized to acetaldehyde. Now this could give iodoform reaction. So simply adding NaOH and iodine, Na sodium iodate will form, and that will oxidize the alcohol into acetaldehyde. And this could give you iodoform reaction. Same is the case with other alcohols, other secondary alcohols with the alpha CH3 group. They will also get oxidized into corresponding ketone in presence of I2 and NaOH because of the formation of sodium iodate. Now this could give iodoform reaction. So secondary alcohols or ethanol will also give you iodoform reaction, because iodine and NaOH will combine to form sodium iodate, and which will oxidize these alcohols into corresponding ketone or aldehyde or ketones will give you iodoform reaction. So let us go over this reaction once again. Iodoform reaction or iodoform test is done, and the result is a pale yellow solid and characteristic smell of iodoform. So this is a characteristic test or test for ketones with CH3 group at alpha positions, alcohols with CH3 group at alpha positions, which includes secondary alcohols and ethanol, and aldehydes with the CH3 group at alpha position. This includes acetaldehyde. This is basically acetaldehyde only. Mechanism wise, this is the reaction, and mechanism wise, NaOH is a base. OH minus picks up a proton and it becomes an enolate, this enolate ion, and this attacks iodine molecule to form corresponding iodo compound, and this can repeat 3 times as there are 3 acidic hydrogens in that CH3 group, and we will reach at this position. Now the OH minus will act as a nucleophile. It will attack the carbonyl group. The negative charge forms when it comes back. You have this acid and this carbanion, relatively stable carbanion, which will pick up this proton. So this acidic proton, the proton of the acid is picked up by this carbanion, and iodoform is formed. This iodoform is the pale yellow colored precipitate. So alcohols like ethanol and secondary alcohols with the CH3 at the alpha positions can give aldehyde or ketone, which can give iodoform reactions. So these compounds also give iodoform test. Hope you understood the iodoform reaction, iodoform test, and the mechanism of this reaction. Thank you.